Just Wing It. They've had a fantastic season. We raced here earlier in the year, and now these guys are romping home, basically. The other teams, I mean, they did lose out to Just Wing limited edition this morning. So here we go. They are away, ladies and gentlemen. This is where the racing starts. The board rider there with the Union Jacks on the back of the back axle into the speed trap at 31 miles an hour, and we are racing. You can see they must be feeling very confident, and there's got to be the thought amongst the teams, let's get a fast race in early. Let's not let the course break up as it has done already today, and let's use the best ground that there is out there, rely on our skill to get us through. Oh, board rider got a little bit snaky there, but there's a big heavy touch. It looked like the horse rider took that out. Tom getting into this heavy stuff there, really through the dragging through that sand, but doing a great job of it. Now making their way up to the speed trap, 23 miles an hour into that turn is extremely fast on any other course except here at Sandringham. Now coming down this centre line, horse one side, board ride the other side. And it's a lovely weave, ladies and gentlemen. That is the moment that it can be so important to all the teams. It's all right to go fast, but can you then control, come back, and you see the horse throttling up now, all throttle being thrown at the pony. Let's do this in 1:29, it says, as they come past that corner, and look at the contrails off the back of that board. He's going so fast it looks like his wheel's on fire for the finish line. Ladies and gentlemen, squirreling, an amazing bit of work. And that is just some great racing at 83.44. Wow. A bit of a wow that was. That was a real strong race. And that's a very big statement to the rest of the teams. The weather is holding currently. This is the team of Just Drag. Finished 5th this morning. And it took the time to take a steady first run, got a bit leery on the second run, got a bit inaccurate on the second run, but let's see where they're at now. They raced here, again, they raced here in the summer as well, and you know, one of the best races we've seen them do, 23.4 miles an hour, so that, you know, hopefully they can revisit that and have that sort of experience again as they make this big serpentine S across the arena, and you're probably feeling that this arena is drying up as we speak. Into the chicane, through redback boots, into the chicane, through and clear, very concise, and that's what we want to see. And this is a good, it's not a schooling. Oh, board rider in the rough. Oh, in the rough. And that's what we were worried about, ladies and gentlemen. You could see as soon as he got into that sand, it started squitching his board all over the place. He managed to get it straight, hit the second lot, and then took quite a heavy hit on the ground. Referee's given a point about the release, but I didn't see it myself, and dusting him off. So, you alright, Sean? He is alright, ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause for Just Drag. And that's what the other board riders need to be watching out for. Section 89. They got 30 miles an hour this morning on their ex-racehorse Adelita. It's Orin and Georgina Child, husband and wife. And making their way, letting the pony go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my word. Look at that horse run. Now it's aquaplaning. It's no longer touching 31 miles an hour. That's a new personal best for them as they make that turn. And big turn. Great bit of work there. You see he really had control of how much grip there was in that corner. You could tell the consistency of how the sand was flying off his wheels. Into the chicane they go. This is a bid for first place. This is a tricky turn, but watch how the horse decelerates and then throttles up again. He's looking for this deep stuff. He wants to try and stay out of it. He's managed it. He got caught in the second lot, but he's through it and clear. Now looking for the speed trap, 19 miles an hour, and the centre line, and the three-coned weave. So I think the board rider to me looks like he's got lots of grip as we go for this. See how they've pulled off. And one touch to add. The pony gets a little bit nervous about the third cone. You can see it's kind of, if they go too fast, it will jib and miss that third cone, but the throttle's open now, and they are away. Throttling, there we go. Adelita, call her home, ladies and gentlemen. Call her home at 32 miles an hour. Faster again as they reach for that ultimate speed limit, struggling through there, and wow. A round of applause. That was on the edge, ladies and gentlemen. 85.10, and that puts them solidly into second place. It looked so much faster than just Wingett's run. That was one touch, makes it 86.10. So they're still in second place, a couple of seconds behind just Wingett, the 84.44. I mean, that was quite hair-raising. As they go down this opening straight, it's Little Indy, the team of Top and Tails for the speed trap at 25 miles an hour into this corner now. And now, often we talk about the high speeds, but it's all about maintaining the high speeds. And one of the things when you look at the telemetry from a horse like Indy, when she's racing, she'll go through that. If she goes through that corner at 25, she'll maintain that all the way through. Whereas a lot of horses will drop off the moment that they pass the speed trap or make it into the corner. But of course, the low centre of gravity of this pony means that it works in her favour. However, whoa, wow, the way the horse rider just kicked her foot over it's so close to those cones, you couldn't fit a piece of paper between it. One of the balls moved, but it hasn't come off. It's really, I talked about this earlier today, and let's just have a look at this weave. There's genuine nerves in this commentary box, ladies and gentlemen. Okay then, so they're through, they're clear. Let's start calling them home. No touches to add as yet. And look at that little pony fly all the way for this speed trap at 26 miles an hour, catching them a long way off. But she's going to maintain that 26 all the way around. And for the finish line, a massive round of applause for this little 14-2X showing pony through the finish line at 88.14. That's going to drop her into third place behind section 89 by 2.04 of a second. So 2.04 seconds is the difference between first and second. Now we have limited edition making their way, I believe, into the arena. These guys won the first heat today. They are full of pedigree, ladies and gentlemen. The team, Lloyd Crabb, won the championship 2022 as a horse rider. Aidan Beamish won the championship in 2023 as a board rider, and the horse also won it in 2022. So here we go, and they're also part of the international team, 24 miles an hour. They've raced been a part of the squad that have been to Denmark and Prague, and I believe Holland as well. So making their way through, and you see how these guys are trying to run like a metronome. That's their plan. Don't accelerate and slow down. Just maintain the same speed all the way through. Okay then. Now, board rider. Ooh, very close to the commentary box, staying well away from it. Oh my word, what a great bit of work that was. He was so close to the commentary box, I could smell his breath. It's 19 miles an hour as they go around looking for the centre line. And, okay, so, for the weave. Mullard, and release. Okay, so unfortunately not. Round of applause for the team of limited edition. took that cone right out. So they seem to be struggling there a little bit. Maybe the thing is, the weave can be a little bit off-putting when it's so far away from the outside, from what we call the inside cone. So the inside cone is the center line, and today I believe it's 115 meters from the inside cone of the gate at the far right and the inside cone of the gate at the far left, which is a massive distance in comparison to any of our other courses. So Just Wing It currently in the lead, 84.44 seconds to section 89's 86.10. The horse is one for Harry, and it is a net rush on the horse. Tom's looking for the support of the crowd, and Harry keen to go. Throttle opening up, and oh my word, that is some full throttle right there at 31 miles an hour. I mean, the speed trap can read slightly low. It can't, or it can read low. It can't read high. But to me, I think if we had a 360 cam, Board Rider digging in there hard, I would say that was faster than 31. Now, Tom is a different sort of style to Aidan. He kind of jams the board into the ground. He's kind of really aggressive. You can see the way he throws it into the floor like that. Works well, except for in deep sand. Whoa! That was like watching Colin McRae in a car. That was just amazing bit of work. 23 miles an hour. And now coming up, looking for the centre line, very wide. They're going to have to draw back. They're carrying a lot of speed. Interesting. One touch to add. That's an interesting line. They didn't slow up until very late on, but it's time to start calling him home, ladies and gentlemen. Board Rider digging in as the throttle opens up now for this speed trap once again as they into Free Speech Union Corner, 30 miles an hour. Oh, this arena, this speed trap is teasing us. It's teasing us. Bring us home, ladies and gentlemen, with a time of 80 seconds dead. A massive run, and they've absolutely 80 seconds and 10.10. Sorry, it's not 80 seconds dead. I'll start again. 80.10 seconds with one penalty makes it 81.10, which is way ahead of everybody else, and them showing exactly why they're bringing home the championship. Just Drag making their way into the arena. So this is the third rotation, isn't it? Second rotation. Okay, so this is their second rotation run. And we'll be quickly reloading for the third rotation. Of course, they didn't finish the first run. The Board Rider had a bit of a crash getting into the deep stuff in front of the commentary box. You've got to race to the conditions, and they obviously feel comfortable, and that's quite nice. Up the opening straight, Horse Rider very much out of the horse's way, 25 miles an hour into that turn. And you can see straight away that these elite teams, you are talking the biggest, fastest horses that they can get their hands on, which often come from the racing. And I say not all, of course. Indy's out there. She's 14-2, and she's put a few ex-race horses' noses out of joint over the years. Now you see the team working well here. They've backed off. They know there's a bit of a dodgy area, and they're staying wide out of it. Better. All the teams will be looking for that. We're going to have to rejig the course as well for tomorrow, because this track's really quite broken up. 21 miles an hour from the top as they go around this top end, and looking for the center line, drifting wide, which is a similar line to what Just Wing It did. And I think the Just Wing It line, I quite liked it because it maintained a high speed for longer. Is one touch to add on the time there, second cone of the three. And now they're away around this lap, and we can get to see what this horse is really. We've seen it do 30 in the past, into the speed trap at 27. The Board Rider working hard. They want a time. That's the most important thing at this stage for the finish line. And a round of applause for Just Drag. And with a time of 95.11, that puts them into 5th place. Oh, no, 4th place currently, because Limited Edition also didn't get a time in their first run. Now, of course, We've got a couple of, championship winning teams out there in the elite, and we've got certainly championship winning members. And now we have section 89 making their way in. This is the Adelita as the horse. They are currently in second place, about 5 seconds. Now, Tom Kilroy and Just Wing It did an amazing run. I would even be fearful to try and attempt that. But as they go for the speed trap at 29 miles an hour into that first turn, and look at that, ladies and gentlemen, absolutely wonderful. Sand, the board rider, looks nice and in control there. He looks like he's got the feel for that grip, of how much grip there is, how much traction there is, and he can really mow through that ground. The trick now, watch this horse as it decelerates off this edge here, brings the board rider in, and then throttles up really nicely. Now, this was a dodgy bit, a little bit over the front. He's in the rough stuff. Oh, he lightened himself up there. You could see he was trying to hover over that sand as they go for the speed trap at 23 miles an hour. Again, you can't even see the back of the board because of the amount of dirt that's coming up. Heavy turn there, throwing it in, but he's got it. Very consistent for him. That is the benefit. Can the horse do it? No, it's a miss. It's a 4-second penalty. They came in very quick, and that was always going to be a risk. This horse, when it comes in that fast, struggles to get back for that third cone. They've gone a long way round. It's not a problem. And then they're dropping off the pace. So call them home, ladies and gentlemen. Give them a round of applause there. They know 4 seconds is not going to help them. I mean, they're still moving at 24 miles an hour, but this is like just cruising for a horse of this attitude and ability. Board rider digging in there to get through the rough stuff, and a time of 83.27 with a 4-second penalty to add isn't going to do it. It's just that fine margin of just working out where the horse is trying, really trying, but it's getting that around that second cone, and if it's going at speed, she doesn't want to try and duck in for that third cone. Here we go. This is limited edition. Into the speed trap, 24 miles an hour. These guys have got 2 championships between them. On their separate, they won as separate teams, and now this year they've come together. And again, this team, we're hoping to see this team come back in 2026 with a real bid for the 2026 championship, which of course you've seen all these other great teams that are out here today coming in through this turn. A lot smoother space, a lot smoother turn than what section 89. Whoa, my word, you just saw some amazing boardmanship right there. That was some Jedi mind trick stuff. Most people would have been really in contact with the floor in a short amount of time. Sudden stop and all that. So here we go for the 3-coned weave. And they're clear. Okay then, so they're going to be very happy with that. Currently don't have a time down. The time to beat is 81. Oh no! Oh no. A round of applause for limited edition. 2 runs, 2 DNFs. What happened there? That was just unlikely. I'm a bit shocked myself. Lloyd is shocked, and Paddy, well, she's just disappointed. She didn't get to finish the run. She's not angry, she's disappointed. But yeah, that was, so they've just gone through the start gate. Don't walk through the start gate, people. Okay, so what a shame they've done all that work from the back of the pits, and they are away. I mean, this might not be the best option for the weekend unless they're doing a speed trap run into the speed trap at 29 miles an hour. They go again, and looking for this Bruco marketing corner. I'm surprised that they're trying this run. I'm very surprised. I would have thought, logic would have said, unless they just think that the other teams aren't as far away as they look like they are on the scoreboard to me. It's a great bit of work there, ducking and diving, and maybe they're just having a nice time here at the grounds. Woof. Don't think I've ever said that before, ladies and gentlemen. Certainly not on a microphone. or in daylight hours. But that was yeah. Oh, we're hearing there's a touch somewhere. Through the three, there's a touch there on the second cone and release. Look at that. That's how quick, ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause for Just Wing It. But what I want you to notice there is that the board rider had dropped the handle. The horse rider knew instantly he'd dropped the handle and dropped the thing. That's when we talk about the three brains working as one. They are literally having the same thoughts. And to make a decision that quicker than I can press the buzzer, that's pretty sharp. Okay, so we're into the last rotation. There's 4 more teams to run. Just Drag next in. Their best time so far is 95.11. That puts them into 4th place because Limited Edition haven't finished a time. And Limited Edition, of course, facing, if they don't get anything in this next run, then they have 3 DNFs, and they'll basically have the wooden spoon because they've been beaten by everybody, which will be a new experience for them and a nice relief for Just Drag. So as they go down this opening straight now and looking for Free Speech Union at 31 miles an hour, go on. So then this is these guys are up for a fight, and that's the fastest they've been clocked at in competition. Making their way over now towards Redback Boots, and it will be a good time to say, if you're going to buy any boots, go see Tim. Through the chicane, have they got it? No, they've lost the direction. There's a 4-second penalty to add on that centre gate. And this is the problem. This is the artwork. Board rider in the deep stuff, but managing to keep his board level. Horse rider working nicely across the centre there. Board rider had to put in a bit of a turn. 20 miles an hour and looking for the centre line. Where you've got to get that little bit, see the pace coming off, shortening the stride. Horse has set itself up on the wrong leg. There's the nice one. Oh, what a lovely, oh no! Again, ladies and gentlemen, and I would like to say, you should, a round of applause, Just Drag. That was really good. 31 miles an hour, and also, do watch that race back on the videos, guys. Do watch that race back because I'm pretty sure your horse did a literal one stride flying change going through. Okay, so yellow card being issued. I didn't see. What was that for? The miss was between the gate and the fence. Okay, that could do with the video review, I think. I thought it was on the... But I understand where it's going. So yellow card issued for that. You're not allowed to go between the race gate and the exterior fence. And I think course warning where Tom is now. Course warning on the whole course, guys. Let's just put it out there. Be careful. The course is breaking up. There's deep sand. So don't do anything crazy like race behind a horse on it. Okay, so here we go down this opening straight, flying into this corner at 30 miles an hour. Once again, that's the 3rd time they've done that. The board rider in their history. Board rider trying to stay down. Oh! Oh! Wow. Round of applause for section 89. That was a very elaborate way of getting dirty, but you got into there's some really good positions that you made, real good shapes you were throwing as you came around Bruco Marketing Corner, and I can see someone's got a nice camera here as well, so we probably got that. It looked like you're going to save it. This is top and tails. Few more races, ladies and gentlemen. We're 2 minutes off the time. And how many more races? 2 more races. So here we go. Little Indy flies down this opening straight. This little ex-showing pony, 14.2. But don't tell her she thinks 28 miles an hour into that first turn. But don't tell her she thinks she always wanted to be a racehorse when she grew up. And who was I to dash her dreams? Oh, brilliant bit of work there. You see the horse rider had to move up. Whoop. Oh, board rider. Now, this board rider is an actual Jedi, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to boardmanship. And for him to get shook out of shape like that, that's unusual. These guys won the championship in 2024 on their other horse, Sally, as they go for the speed. Oi! So close to that 90 cone. I mean, you couldn't fit a piece of paper. I said it before, but they're so close to it. 20 miles an hour. Now looking for the centre line. We've seen a couple of teams come unstuck. Backing off a little bit. Clear. Okay then, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to start calling this little pony home as she takes on these ex-racehorses. Everything's thrown at her. Let's go, let's go, let's go for the finish line. Call them, call them, call them. 73 on the clock so far. 81 is the time to beat. Not sure they're going to make that as they come around this top end. It's a good bit of work now for the as they move towards the finish line at 80. 8:42, a great run. Not their fastest, unfortunately. Their fastest run was their first run at 88.14. So for basically half a second, all that work for half a second, unfortunately, is the wrong side of the clock. So limited edition now. Big question. Is it going to be first place or is it going to be the wooden spoon? So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is limited edition. It's all on the line. It's one race. We have three championship winning elements and 3 Horseboarding International squad members. 26 miles an hour as they move around that top end. The time is all important. They really need to get a sub 95.11. But the board rider looking so smooth, and that's what he's known for. That's his mark as a board rider, is he tries not to dig in. He tends to do very well in the wet. Lively corner that was, and great lots of sand as they make their way to the speed trap. 20 miles an hour. Free Speech Union they go, looking for the centre line. The cones have taken them out a couple of times today. It looks like 2 touches and a miss to me. Now going down towards the end. They want a time. It's time to call them home. It's the last race of the day. That's where he lost it last time. One more turn, ladies and gentlemen. Making their way now towards Free Speech Union at 27 miles an hour as they cut around that on the outside. Can they stay together? Can they stay together? They're looking for the finish line. And with a time of 84.12, they go. A big round of applause. 84.12. That is going to be. It's going to put him in a position. It was 84.12 plus there was two touches and a miss, 6 seconds to add, so it makes it 90.12. Ooh, so they got in there, but they're 5 seconds ahead of Just Drag. Race is complete here, day 1 of Sandringham. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We'll bring the teams out, and I will do my best to interpret what the AI is telling me regarding the results.